Okay, so we have here the laboratory activity for our biochemical reaction. So biochemical reaction is one of the tests for us to identify your microorganisms. So each of your organism would have a different biochemical reaction that help them to be identified. Okay, so our biochemical reaction is simply a reaction between your bacterial products, which may be in the form of your enzyme, or their metabolic end products they produce, on which they try to react with your substrate provided here by our culture media. That's why you just need to inoculate your bacteria on your culture media containing the substrate, and then your bacterial products are allowed to react on that. In order for you to detect here the biochemical reaction, then you need to add here your indicator. That's why we identify this reaction here as either a color reaction or some possible reaction. Okay, the first one, we have here your carbohydrate fermentation. So this will identify your bacteria here, their ability to ferment our carbohydrates that may be in the form of your glucose, your sucrose, or lactose. So you'll be needing here a culture media in the form of your glucose broth or even your sucrose broth or your lactose broth. Then the indicator for this one is your phenol red. So procedure for this one, just need to inoculate your bacterial inoculum with your glucose broth or your lactose broth or even your sucrose broth. Then incubate that one at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. Then after that one, try to observe here for the positive reaction. Our positive reaction for that is yellow, and our negative reaction here would be red for your carbohydrate fermentation. Okay, the next one, we have your liquefaction of your gelatin. So this will identify the enzyme gelatinase. So if your bacteria contains that enzyme, it will be able to liquefy your solid na gelatin bath. Okay, so all you need to do here is just inoculate your organism here with your gelatin bath. And after that one, try to incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. And then try to observe your liquefaction of your gelatin if your bacteria contains the enzyme gelatinase. So again, your gelatin bath here is solid culture media. So if your bacteria contains the enzyme gelatinase, it becomes liquefied. So the true liquefaction is identified here by allowing your gelatin bath to be to be put on the refrigerator temperature. So a true liquefaction will still remain, allow your gelatin bath, liquefied gelatin bath to still be in the liquefied form, whereas your false liquefaction upon refrigeration, it will solidify again. Okay, the third one, we have here your hydrolysis of your starch will identify the enzyme amylase. So the culture media for that, we have here your starch plate. So it would identify your enzyme amylase converting your starch to your dextrin and eventually to your maltose. So procedure for this one, all you need to do is just inoculate your bacteria inoculum with your starch plate, incubate at 37 degrees Celsius here for 24 hours. Then after that one, you add your indicator in the form of your 0.1% iodine solution. Negative result will be identified here by a yellow color surrounding the colony. Okay, the next one, we have here your catalase test. Okay, catalase test will identify the enzyme catalase if your bacteria contains that enzyme. So your substrate for this one, we have here your hydrogen peroxide. If you have here the enzyme catalase, the hydrogen peroxide will be converted to your carbon dioxide, water, and your oxygen. Okay, so procedure for this one, you just have your slide and then just to put here a drop of your 30% hydrogen peroxide and try to mix with your bacteria inoculum and try to observe here for the bubble formation. So bubble formation would be considered positive here in your catalase test. Actually, this one will identify your Staphylococcus and Micrococcus, differentiating that one from your strep. It also identifies our Listeria and your Corynebacterium, differentiating that one with other gram-positive bacilli natin like your Arcanobacterium, like your um, Okay, even your Gardnerella. Okay, then we have here the coagulase test. So coagulase test, okay, based on the principle here that your enzyme coagulase convert your fibrinogen to your fibrin clot. So there are two forms of your coagulase. One is your cell-bound or clumping factor. That one could be performed here through your slide method. So procedure for that. So you should have here the fibrinogen as your substrate. The source of our fibrinogen here is your rabbit's plasma. Okay, that's being collected through your citrate blood or your ETA blood, and then just need to centrifuge this one and just get the plasma of that. Okay, so you put your plasma in the slide, then you drop here also your bacteria inoculum. Positive result would be clotting or clot formation. Another here na coagulates, we have also here your extracellular or free form coagulates. That one can be manifested here through your tube method. Okay, so again, the source of your plasma or your fibrinogen here is your rabbit's plasma collected in the EDTA. So citrated rabbit's plasma here is actually not recommended. So with your rabbit's plasma, just first dilute that one in 1:5 dilution. Then you put that one in your tube. Then try to mix with your bacterial inoculum. Then try to incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 1 to 4 hours. Then observe here for the gelling or increase the viscosity that would be manifested already here as a positive result. Then pag negative siya, after 4 hours, you can still incubate that one overnight. And after that one, that's the only time you're going to report that one as negative or positive. Okay, the next one we have here, the production of your indole will identify the enzyme tryptophanase. So based on principle here that your your culture media here contains the tryptophan. If your bacteria contains the enzyme tryptophanase, it will hydrolyze your tryptophan into your indole. And just be needing here to add our indicator. So ang source ng ating tryptophan here is in your trypton, through your trypton broth. So with that, since meron siyang tryptophan, all you need to do is just inoculate your bacteria and then try to incubate at 137 degrees Celsius for 24 to 48 hours. After that one, you add your indicator. We are adding your COVAX reagent. So COVAX reagents are para amino dimethyl benzaldehyde. So try to observe here for the purple ring or pink na ring. Yellow ring is considered to be negative. Okay, then we have your hydrogen sulfide production. So H2S production will be identified here as the blackening of your colony. So we can manifest our H2S production for bacteria through your triple sugar iron agar. You could also have your Kriegler iron agar. You could also manifest that one through your lysine iron agar. Okay, so that one is being provided here by the ferrosulfate, ammonium thiosulfate, that would help you identify the H2S production with the blackening the colony. So all you need to do is just inoculate your organism on the slant, triple sugar iron agar, or even your LIA, and then try to incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours and observe here for the blackening of the colony. That's a positive result. Okay, then we have also here the metal red and the Vox-Pascauer. So some bacteria try to convert the glucose to pyruvic acid and further convert that one to your mixed acid, like your lactic acid, um, acetic acid, formic acid, succinic acid. And that's the principle of your metal red na test that would identify here the mixed acid production. Okay, so your culture media here is in the form of your metal red Vox-Pascauer medium. All you need to do is just inoculate your bacteria, incubate at 1 and 37 degrees Celsius for 48 hours. And after that one, you add 10 drops of your metal red and observe here for the red color. That's a positive. Another one, Vox-Pascauer or your acetone production. So some bacteria try to convert their glucose to their pyruvic acid and further converting that one to your alcohol in the form of your acetone. Again, that's the principle of your Vox-Pascauer. So procedure for this one, just have your metal red Vox-Pascauer medium and then try to inoculate your bacteria. Incubate that one at 37 degrees Celsius for 48 hours. And after that one, you add your indicator. You add 40% KOH. Okay, 2 drops of your 40% KOH. And then 6 drops of your alpha naptol. And observe here for the red na color. So again, ang principle natin dito, if your bacteria is positive for the metal red, it will be negative already in your Vox scour. Because again, it's just either way, you try to convert the pyruvic acid. So if the bacteria convert that one to your mixed acid, it will give a positive result to your metal red. So therefore, it will not be converting that one to your acetone or alcohol. So it will give already a negative result with your Vox scour. Okay, then we have also here the citrate utilization. So some bacteria try to utilize citrate as their carbon source. Okay, so our culture media here is your Simon citrate bot. Okay, then it is being incorporated with the indicator in the form of your BTB, parenthymol blue. So procedure, just need to inoculate your bacteria with your Simon citrate bot and try to incubate at 137 degrees Celsius for 24 to 96 hours. Okay, then observe for the color reaction. Positive result is blue, negative result is green. Okay, urease production. So urease production will identify the enzyme urease that try to convert the substrate urea to your carbon dioxide in your ammonia. The urease here is being provided by your culture media that may be in the form of the agar. We have your Christensen's agar. Or pwede siyang broth na containing the urea, which includes your Stewart or Rustigian broth. Again, they are incorporated. They contain the urea. Okay, with that, all you need to do is just inoculate your bacteria, incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 to 48 hours. Okay, then observe here for the red na color. So positive result is red na color for that. Okay, the next one we have here your oxidase test. So this will identify the enzyme cytochrome oxidase. It will give a negative result to your Enterobacteriaceae. Okay, so procedure for that first, you need to grow your bacteria in your chocolate agar and then try to incubate at 137 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. Okay, that's in the case, for example, your Neisseria and Haemophilus, since they are positive for the oxidase, incubate at one with their 5 to 10% carbon dioxide requirement because, again, they are capnophilic. Then after that one, from your growth culture here or colony from your chocolate agar, you get, in bacteria inoculum on that, you try to put that one in a filter paper. And after that one, you add your indicator. Our indicator for this one, number one, you can use here your para or the 1% tetramethyl paraphenylenediamine dihydrochloride. It will give a positive result na purple in color or red in color. Another one, you can also use indicator 1% para amino dimethyl aniline monohydrochloride that will give a color reaction ranging from pink, maroon, dark blue, and finally to your black na color. Okay, then we have here your DNase test or the thermonuclease. Again, this will identify the enzyme DNase. So it's based on reaction that your substrate DNA hydrolyzing that one to your short oligonucleotides. You just need to have an indicator and the clear of the colony. I think but the procedure here is a different one. Okay, procedure for that, your bacteria in your blood culture tube, you try to boil that one. Okay, and until it try to separate here, the clotted blood will settle at the bottom of your culture media. Then we have here your supernatant, the upper portion. And after that one, you try to have your DNA plate. You try to punch that one with your puncher. Okay, then try to remove producing here a well or hole. And all you need to do is just transfer your supernatant after you have boiled your blood culture tube and try to put that one in the well. Okay, then try to incubate that one. Okay, at 37 degrees Celsius here in upright position and observe here for pink color around your zone, around the wall, the well of your positive control. So pink color here is a positive result. Okay, and finally, we have here then we have also your motility test. Okay, motility test can be manifested here with your number one, pwede siya sa SIM, sulfide indole motility agar. You could also have your motility indole ornithine. So all you need to do is just inoculate your organism and that. And the spread of the colony from the area where you initially try to inoculate, considered to be the positive test result. Another one, we have your nitrate reduction test. So this will identify your bacteria containing the enzyme nitrate reductase that convert your nitrate to your nitrite. Okay, procedure for that one. So we have here your 0.02% potassium nitrate. Okay, try to inoculate your organism on that. Your nitrate agar incorporated with 0.02% potassium nitrate. Try to inoculate your organism and that and try to incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 48 hours. After that one, you add here your sulfonilic acid and 2 drops of your alpha naphthol. Then observe here for the pink na color. So pag hindi siya nag-pink, so it might signify that your bacteria do not have here. Bacteria did not convert your nitrate to your nitrite because wala siyang enzyme nitrate reductase. Or maybe because some of the bacteria try to convert your nitrite further to your nitrogen gas. Kaya mag-colorless siya. To confirm here that one is really a true negative, meaning to say wala talaga siyang nitrite reductase. Or maybe because nag-negative siya because it tried to convert that one, your nitrite to your nitrogen gas, you can add here your zinc dust. So upon addition of a zinc dust, if that one give a pink color, so that's a true negative. Mean to say wala talaga siyang nitrate reductase. But after addition of your zinc dust, it's still naging colorless pa din siya. So your bacteria contains the enzyme nitrate reductase. You convert your nitrate to nitrite. However, that bacteria further convert your nitrite to your nitrogen gas. Kaya kahit anong gawin mo, magiging negative talaga siya. But that one is not a true negative. Okay, lastly, we have your ONPG, orthonitrophenylgalactopyrinoside. This is for the lactose fermentation. This will identify our bacteria containing the two enzymes. Number one, we have your permase that would allow the entry of your lactose. And we have your beta-galactosidase that would hydrolyze your lactose to your glucose and galactose. Okay, that will give a positive results. Okay, procedure for this one, we have here ONPJ broth, inoculate with your organisms. And then after that one, try to incubate for 24 to 48 hours and observe here for the color yellow. Okay, yellow is positive result, colorless is a negative result for this one. So depending on the growth here, so if your bacteria is a rapid lactose fermenter, so it would have here automatic na yellow na color, signifying that your bacteria contains both the enzyme permase and beta-galactosidase. But if your bacteria is a delayed lactose fermenter, mean to say wala siyang permase, meron na siyang beta-galactosidase, and therefore it would have your delayed reaction. Okay, so that's it for our biochemical reaction. Okay, thank you.